Given in 2025, so much was said about how boomers were the high point in terms of premium and fine wine consumption, the younger generations drinking less, I'm really interested in those out-of-home formats that introduce people to wine. Though the on-trade faced a tough time and sales as a whole fell, premium dining proved more resilient, contributing to a picture of people eating out less, drinking less, yet spending a bit more. The wine bar segment continues to adapt, with more hybridizing into bars with small plates and a curated wine shop model, or conversely, wine retailers introducing more service on-premise models. We've mentioned before how interesting this is because of what it does in terms of providing an on-ramp for people discovering wine and an affordability model for everybody else. Younger generations have been asked to pay, relatively speaking, more than the previous generations have, but that is also said to be part of a cultural renorming to those younger generations spending as much on food and drink out of home as they do in home. So when we talk about declines in going out and overall spend, put that into context of that behavioural shift. Viewed over a longer period of time, the tide has risen, and that shouldn't be overlooked when thinking about the future. Contrary to what some commentators during the course of 2025 have been saying, and big drinks companies like Diageo, premiumization isn't going away. I see it more as a bias towards quality, a bias towards authenticity at an affordable price point. And indeed, if you look at the wine bar model that we discussed, that's bringing affordability back to the levels of 10 or even 20 years ago. If over the long term, therefore, we're eating out more, we're spending more on experiences, if there are more on-ramps into wine than ever before, if it is therefore more accessible than ever before, it's all about affordability. Get the offer right and the future is bright. Sentiment's going to pick up in 2026 to the benefit of the wine trade. And although it might feel sluggish, the combination of factors such as falling fine wine prices, interest rates that are going to fall in line with inflation, households having a little bit more disposable income, and thinking about that long-term trend towards spending more on going out, and wine should benefit from those factors. Affordability and discovery go hand in hand, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some of the less well-known wine regions picking up market share. Historically, those have been an incredibly hard sell, but it's encouraging to see market leaders like the Wine Society giving wines from almost everywhere around the world a push. And if regions such as Portugal do pick up market share, given that drinking consumption per capita is going down, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of those classic regions losing market share. I suspect that 2026 will be the year where we see e-commerce for premium and fine wine sales really getting going based on the trend over the last 12 months. Coming into 2026, we're seeing a significant upturn in the level of investment the wine trade is making in software, making that goal really very realistic as people invest in WineHub to go multi-channel and adopt a more diverse and capital efficient sourcing strategy. And with that, I wish you a healthy and successful 2026.